Like no matter how hard you try, something dark keeps pulling you back. You're not alone. Many people feel this heaviness, and sometimes it's not just in their mind. It could be the silent hand of witchcraft. But here's the truth. No one tells you clearly. That darkness, that evil, it loses all its power when you know how to protect your inner light. Witchcraft cannot touch a heart that is guarded by strength, awareness, and deep trust in Allah. In this video, you'll discover 5 powerful truths, 5 shields that once understood make you untouchable. Yes, completely untouchable by any evil plan or hidden attack. You don't need magic to fight magic. You need clarity, discipline, energy, and a soul that's rooted in truth. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to protect yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually from anything that tries to harm you. Stay with me. Your protection starts now. Understand that Allah controls everything. So many people walk through life feeling powerless, like leaves blowing in the wind, like they're at the mercy of everything and everyone around them. They get scared easily. They overthink every little problem. They feel cursed when things go wrong, and they begin to believe that people have power over their destiny. But here is the truth that can change everything. Once you deeply understand that Allah controls everything, your fear will start to melt. The fear of witchcraft, the fear of people's jealousy, the fear of failure, all of it begins to lose its grip. Why? Because you realize that no one, no matter how dark their intention or how secret their actions, can even touch you unless Allah allows it. And when your heart accepts that truth, something powerful happens. You stop overreacting to negativity. You stop running from every shadow, and you begin to walk with calmness in your steps. The kind of calm that doesn't need shouting, the kind of confidence that doesn't need attention. It's not about being proud or fearless for show, but about knowing in your heart that you are in the care of the one who never sleeps, never forgets, and never makes mistakes. Allah is in charge of the skies, the earth, the souls, the secrets, the seen and the unseen, and everything in between. And if He is in control, then why panic? Why let your peace be stolen by whispers and weak tricks? Witchcraft is not stronger than the will of Allah. And if your heart beats in rhythm with trust in Him, if your mind refuses to believe that people can harm you without His permission, then you are protected in ways you can't even imagine. You don't have to see the protection to feel it. You don't need proof to have peace. All you need is that inner reminder that you are never outside His knowledge, never outside His control. Even when people gather in secret to speak badly about you, even when they light candles and draw symbols in the dark, even when they look you in the eyes and pretend to be your friend, while their heart carries poison, none of it will reach you unless Allah allows it. And here's the beauty. Allah is just. He is kind. He is merciful. He sees what you do in silence. He hears the thoughts you never say, and He rewards even your quietest trust. So, every time you choose peace over fear, every time you choose trust over panic, every time you decide to leave your worries in His hands, you are winning a spiritual battle that most people don't even understand. You're building an invisible shield. You're walking in a light that many can't see. And that's enough. You don't need charms. You don't need amulets. You don't need to chase 10 different people for help. All you need is to say in your heart, I am safe because I belong to Allah. Keep this truth close to your soul. Whisper it when things get hard. Remember it when you feel attacked. Breathe it in when the night feels heavy. And stand tall, because nothing, absolutely nothing, can move in your life unless Allah allows it. And if He allows it, then it's not to break you, but to strengthen you. You are not a victim of people's darkness. You are a servant of the most powerful. So live like it, walk like it, speak like it, and never again allow fear to grow bigger than faith. Your energy is your armor. What you carry inside you is far more powerful than what anyone tries to throw at you from the outside. And that's why your energy, your inner state, your emotional strength, your mindset is your greatest armor. Think about it for a second. If someone throws a rock at a wall, it bounces off. But if that wall is cracked, the rock might go through. That's exactly how your energy works. When your heart is full of strength, peace, and belief, the darkness others send your way simply cannot stick. It tries to come close, but it fails. But when your soul is tired, when your mind is full of doubts, when your spirit is bruised from pain you never healed from, that's when the outside negativity tries to enter. So if you really want to protect yourself, stop focusing on what others are doing to you and start focusing on what you're allowing to grow inside yourself, because that's where your real power lives. Your thoughts, your emotions, your habits, all of these are part of your energy field. When you wake up in the morning and feel thankful, you've already raised your shield. When you forgive someone even though they hurt you, you've already made your armor stronger. When you decide to walk away from gossip, from hate, from revenge, from comparing your life to others, you are making your spiritual energy too pure to be touched by any evil. And let's be clear, witchcraft doesn't always show up in the ways you expect. Sometimes it comes through envy, sometimes through whispered lies, sometimes through fake friendships. But the one thing it fears the most is a person who protects their own energy with discipline and self-respect. You see, you don't have to shout or fight or chase anyone. You don't have to prove yourself to people who secretly want to see you fall. All you have to do is build your inner strength so well, so solid, so grounded in light, that nothing sticks. And how do you do that? Start by controlling what you focus on. Stop feeding your mind with fear and start feeding it with peace. Choose your silence wisely. Not all quiet is weakness. Sometimes silence is power speaking without sound. Let your smile become your defense. Let your calm become your resistance. Be slow to anger, quick to let go. Carry light in your eyes. Keep your heart clean from jealousy. Speak words that carry kindness, even when you're hurting, because every good action you take strengthens your aura. Every pure intention you hold shines a light around you, and that light becomes a shield that no darkness can break. When you take care of your soul, when you avoid places that drain you, when you cut off the habits that make you feel heavy, when you walk away from those who disturb your spirit, you are defending yourself in ways you can't even see. Many people spend so much time worried about who is doing what behind their back, but they forget to protect what's happening inside their heart. Your energy is a reflection of your choices, your words, your thoughts, and your beliefs. Keep them clean, and you'll be untouchable. Protect your mornings. Begin your day with peace, not panic. Protect your nights. End your day with reflection, not regret. Protect your conversations. Speak with purpose, not poison. Protect your friendships. Keep people in your life who bring peace, not pain. When you start living with this kind of awareness, your energy becomes like a fortress, the kind that cannot be broken by spells, by envy, by lies, or by people who live in darkness. They will try. They may even throw words, judgments, or bad intentions your way, but they'll hit a wall, a silent wall made of your purity, your patience, your purpose, and you don't need to respond. You don't need to explain. Your energy will speak for you. Your peace will fight for you. Your light will protect you. This is not just a nice idea. This is a way of life. The way you treat your own soul determines the level of spiritual safety you walk in every day. So protect it, guard it, respect it, and stop letting the world convince you that you are weak. You're not weak. You're just unaware of how strong you really are. And once you realize that strength lives within you, once you begin to take control of your focus, your feelings, and your faith, you become untouchable, not because you scream louder, but because you shine brighter, and darkness can never survive in a place that's filled with light. So let your energy rise. Let it glow from deep inside. Let it lead you through your day. Let it become your armor, because nothing, absolutely nothing, can reach a soul that walks protected by the light of its own truth and the remembrance of others. Watch what you let inside. You might not realize it, but the things you allow into your heart and mind are shaping your entire life. What you let inside becomes part of you. It becomes your mood, your thoughts, your choices, and your energy. Imagine your soul as a home. Whatever you let through the front door begins to live with you. If you welcome in negativity, fear, anger, jealousy, gossip, or doubt, those things begin to move into the corners of your heart, and after a while, they feel normal. But just because something feels familiar doesn't mean it's good for you, and this is where protection begins. Not from outside, but from within. Witchcraft doesn't always need a ritual to affect someone. Sometimes it only needs an open door, and the easiest way to open that door is through the things you expose yourself to daily. What you watch, what you listen to, what you scroll through, what you laugh at, what you allow others to speak into your ears, all of that is shaping your inner world. If you spend your time filling your eyes with things that bring confusion, darkness, or fear, then that becomes the lens through which you see your life. If you're always surrounded by people who speak badly of others, who pull your spirit down, who fill the air with doubt and disrespect, then eventually your peace begins to fade, and you won't even know why. Protection isn't just about saying powerful words. It's about making powerful choices. Every time you choose to turn away from something negative, you're building a wall. Every time you choose to walk away from harmful company, you're building a shield. Every time you say this doesn't belong in my life, you are closing a door that could have been used to bring darkness in. It's easy to think that little things don't matter. One movie, one song, one rude conversation, but they all leave fingerprints on your soul. And over time, those fingerprints turn into stains. And that's how many people get affected without knowing it. They live with open spiritual doors. They allow everything in. They keep the windows of their heart wide open and then wonder why they feel heavy, confused, and tired. But once you decide to guard your soul like it's precious, because it is, everything starts to change. Your peace returns, your focus grows, your strength builds. You begin to walk with a sense of clarity and confidence. You stop reacting to every small thing. You stop feeling overwhelmed by what others say or do. You develop a calm that doesn't need to be explained. And all of that comes from watching carefully what you let inside. Be intentional with your time. Don't just sit in front of screens without purpose. Don't listen to things that fill your mind with shadows. Don't let people joke about things that steal your peace. Set your standards and stand by them. It's not about being strict, it's about being safe. You're not being boring, you're being wise. Not everything deserves your attention. Not every voice deserves space in your head. Not every emotion deserves to be fed. The world is full of noise, it's full of distraction. And if you're not careful, you'll start carrying weights that don't even belong to you. You'll start feeling drained without knowing where the leak is. But when you decide that your heart matters more than the trends, more than the gossip, more than the jokes, more than the entertainment, you begin to feel free. And that freedom is protection. You stop being easy to attack. You stop being easy to trigger. You stop being easy to control, because your soul becomes clean, and clean places don't welcome filth. Dark energies cannot stay in light, and the more light you keep inside, the harder it is for darkness to get in. So protect your ears, protect your eyes, protect your tongue, protect your space. Don't let your soul become a playground for confusion. Your inner peace is sacred, and anything that threatens it, even if it looks harmless, should not have access to you. The more intentional you become with what you allow inside, the stronger your spiritual protection becomes. And it's not something you have to prove to others. It's something you feel. You'll sleep better, think clearer, smile more, worry less. That's the power of guarding your gates. That's the gift of being awake, aware, and wise. So remember this. Your mind is a garden, your heart is a home, your soul is a guest of Allah. Take care of what you allow in, and what's meant for harm will have no space to grow. The power of clean spaces. There's something deeply powerful about the spaces you live in, something most people ignore because they can't see it with their eyes. but your soul feels it every day. Your room, your home, even the small corner where you pray or rest, all hold energy. These places remember how you treat them, how you move inside them, how you speak within them. If you've ever walked into a room and felt uncomfortable without any reason, or sat in a place that made your heart feel heavy, that's not your imagination, that's energy. And the truth is, physical cleanliness is not just about looking tidy. It's a form of spiritual protection. A clean space is a safe space, a space where peace flows, where your thoughts settle, where your heart breathes freely. When your surroundings are messy, dusty, and dark, your soul begins to carry that same weight. And when people say they feel stuck, low, or anxious all the time, it's often not just about life problems, it's the energy they're living in every day. Cleanliness is a quiet shield. It pushes away unseen negativity. It refreshes the atmosphere. It gives your mind clarity and your soul calmness. When you open your windows and let the air move, when you remove old clutter, clean with intention, you're not just fixing a room, you're healing your space. You're washing away invisible dust that's been sitting on your energy. That's why so many people feel a sudden peace after deep cleaning. It's not just the room that's lighter, it's their spirit too. If you want to feel stronger against dark forces, if you want to protect yourself from evil intentions, start with the space where you sleep and wake up. Let it be a place of light, not shadows. Let it be a place of peace, not. You don't need expensive items to make a room feel safe. You need intention. Fold your clothes with care. Place your prayer mat in a clean area. Wipe your desk. Wash your bedding. Keep your shoes in place. Burn good scent. Keep airflow fresh. And most importantly, avoid using your space for negativity. Don't argue in the same place you pray. Don't gossip in the same room you beg Allah for peace. Don't bring stress into the same place you ask for strength. Spaces get confused when you fill them with opposite energies. So let your space be clear in purpose. Let it be a place that holds your healing, not your harm. Make it simple. Make it sacred. Even if it's just one small corner in your home, make it a zone of calm. You begin to think clearer. You begin to feel safer. You begin to move with purpose. And the forces that wish to harm you, they don't feel welcome anymore. They can't breathe in clean, intentional places. They can't settle where there is order and respect. They want chaos. They want confusion. But when they enter a place that's purified with clarity and calm, they leave, because they cannot live in the same space where truth and light stand. That's the secret of clean spaces. They don't just make you feel better. They make you spiritually strong. You're telling the unseen world, I am not careless, I am awake. I am guarding this space because it protects me too. So never underestimate the power of cleanliness. It's not just for the body, it's for the soul. It's not just for guests, it's for your own spirit. And if you truly want to build a life of strength, clarity, and protection, begin with where you live. You'll be surprised how fast your thoughts become more peaceful. When your surroundings reflect care, you'll notice how less heavy you feel when your space is light and free of mess. You'll feel more connected to your faith when your space makes room for it. So keep your space sacred, not by decorating it with expensive things, but by filling it with respect, routine, and calm. Let your space become a shield. Let it speak for you. Let it carry your energy with purity. Because when you take care of your environment, it begins to take care of you. That's a form of protection many ignore, but once you understand it, you'll never leave your space in disorder again, because you'll know deep in your heart that a clean space is a safe soul. Confidence is a shield. There's a kind of power that doesn't come from muscles, from money, or from loud voices. It comes from within, and it's called confidence. Not the fake kind that shows off or tries to look strong in front of people, but the quiet kind, the type that stands tall even when no one is watching. Confidence is not about being proud or thinking you're better than others. It's about knowing who you are, knowing your worth, and trusting that you are protected, watched over, and never left alone by Allah. When you carry this kind of confidence in your heart, It becomes a shield stronger than steel. Witchcraft, evil intentions, jealousy, bad prayers, they all lose their strength when they face a person who believes deeply in their own protection. You see, fear is the door that evil needs to walk in. When you start fearing people, fearing their words, fearing their plans, fearing their darkness, you begin to shrink your own power. You start believing they can control your life. But when you walk with confidence, with silent strength, with steady eyes and calm footsteps, you're not inviting fear, you're blocking it. Confidence is the voice in your mind that says, even if they try, they won't win, because I am not in their hands, I am under the care of Allah. And when you truly believe that, you don't get shaken by the opinions of others. You don't break when someone turns against you. You don't fall apart when you hear someone is trying to harm you, because your heart knows the truth. Your destiny is not written by people. It's written by the one who knows every secret, every plan, every intention, and he never lets a believer fall without purpose. This kind of faith turns into confidence, and that confidence turns into a shield. The more calm you become, the more storms you can walk through. Not because you're special, but because you know who is walking beside you. You don't need to scream or fight or explain yourself to everyone. Sometimes the best way to defeat darkness is by ignoring it, by walking forward with your head held high, by doing your work, by living your life, by smiling when they expect you to cry. Confidence is power because it confuses those who want to see you suffer. They can't understand how you're still standing. They don't get how you keep glowing. They don't know where your strength comes from. And that's the beauty of it. It comes from your quiet connection with Allah. It comes from nights where you chose peace over panic. It comes from moments when you chose to stay silent instead of defending yourself. It comes from deep inside your soul, where no one can reach except the one who made you. Confidence doesn't mean you don't feel scared. It means you don't let fear control you. It doesn't mean you never get tired. It means you keep going even when you're tired. It's the strength to say, they can do what they want, but they will never take away my peace. When you carry yourself with this kind of strength, you're not just protecting yourself, you're sending a message to those who try to harm you, a message to the unseen world, a message that says, I will not be broken. And that message builds a wall that evil cannot climb, a wall made of belief, calmness, self-respect, and deep spiritual awareness. Confidence is also knowing when to walk away, knowing when to stay silent, knowing when not to react. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to respond to every insult. You don't have to be affected by every bad look. When you carry quiet confidence, your presence speaks louder than your words. People will notice something in you, a glow, a peace, a calm strength, and that glow makes darkness uncomfortable. That peace makes evil weak. That strength becomes a shield you wear wherever you go. So never let others take your confidence. Don't let their hate make you feel small. Don't let their jealousy lower your light. Don't let their doubts shake your step. You are not here to please them. You are here to rise, to protect your soul, to walk with grace, and to trust Allah through every twist in the road. And when you do that, you'll begin to feel free from needing people's approval, free from carrying their opinion, free from the fear of what they might do, because now your shield is strong, not made of words, but of unshakable faith, not built with anger, but with trust, not worn with pride, but with humility. And that shield will protect you in silence, in sleep, in sadness, in confusion, in battle, and in peace. It will carry you through moments when no one else can help, because it's not just your confidence, it's your connection with Allah turned into strength, and no one can take that away from you. Now you know, witchcraft, darkness, or evil plans have no power over a heart that stands strong. When you carry energy, awareness, clean habits, confidence, and deep inner strength, nothing can break you, not even the unseen. Life may bring shadows, but light always wins, and your light becomes stronger when your soul is protected by trust in Allah. Never let fear control you. Walk with dignity, live with purpose, and remember, True power doesn't come from outside, it comes from within you. When your heart is clean, your thoughts are strong, and your belief in Allah is unshakable.